Welcome to day 90 of 365 days through the Bible. Today, we dive into powerful scriptures that reveal God's faithfulness, wisdom, and divine purpose. As we continue this journey, let His Word strengthen our hearts, renew our minds, and guide our steps. Today's Bible reading is taken from the books of Judges 11 to 12 and Luke 6 verses 1 to 26. Judges 11. 1 Now Jephthah the Gileadite was a mighty man of valor, and he was the son of an harlot. And Gilead begot Jephthah. 2 And Gilead's wife bare him sons. And his wife's sons grew up, and they thrust out Jephthah, and said unto him, Thou shalt not inherit in our father's house, for thou art the son of a strange woman. 3 Then Jephthah fled from his brethren, and dwelt in the land of Tob. And there were gathered vain men to Jephthah, and went out with him. And it came to pass in process of time, that the children of Ammon made war against Israel. 5 And it was so, that when the children of Ammon made war against Israel, the elders of Gilead went to fetch Jephthah out of the land of Tob. 6 And they said unto Jephthah, Come, and be our captain, that we may fight with the children of Ammon. 7 And Jephthah said unto the elders of Gilead, Did not ye hate me, and expel me out of my father's house? And why are ye come unto me now, when ye are in distress? 8 And the elders of Gilead said unto Jephthah, Therefore we turn again to thee now, that thou mayest go with us, and fight against the children of Ammon, and be our head over all the inhabitants of Gilead. 9 And Jephthah said unto the elders of Gilead, If ye bring me home again to fight against the children of Ammon, and the Lord deliver them before me, shall I be your head? 10 And the elders of Gilead said unto Jephthah, The Lord be witness between us, if we do not so according to thy words. 11 Then Jephthah went with the elders of Gilead, and the people made him head and captain over them. And Jephthah uttered all his words before the Lord in Mizpeh. 12 And Jephthah sent messengers unto the king of the children of Ammon, saying, What hast thou to do with me, that thou art come against me to fight in my land? 13 And the king of the children of Ammon answered unto the messengers of Jephthah, Because Israel took away my land, when they came up out of Egypt, from Arnon even unto Jabbok, and unto Jordan. Now therefore restore those lands again peaceably. 14 And Jephthah sent messengers again unto the king of the children of Ammon. 15 And said unto him, Thus saith Jephthah, Israel took not away the land of Moab, nor the land of the children of Ammon. 16 But when Israel came up from Egypt, and walked through the wilderness unto the Red Sea, and came to Kadesh. 17 Then Israel sent messengers unto the king of Edom, saying, Let me, I pray thee, pass through thy land. But the king of Edom would not hearken thereto. And in like manner they sent unto the king of Moab, but he would not consent, and Israel abode in Kadesh. 18 Then they went along through the wilderness, and compassed the land of Edom, and the land of Moab, and came by the east side of the land of Moab, and pitched on the other side of Arnon, but came not within the border of Moab, for Arnon was the border of Moab. 19 And Israel sent messengers unto Sihon king of the Amorites, the king of Heshbon. And Israel said unto him, Let us pass, we pray thee, through thy land into my place. 20 But Sihon trusted not Israel to pass through his coast. But Sihon gathered all his people together, and pitched in Jahaz, and fought against Israel. 21 And the Lord God of Israel delivered Sihon and all his people into the hand of Israel, and they smote them, So Israel possessed all the land of the Amorites, the inhabitants of that country. 22, and they possessed all the coasts of the Amorites, from Arnon even unto Jabbok, and from the wilderness even unto Jordan. 23, so now the Lord God of Israel hath dispossessed the Amorites from before his people Israel, and shouldest thou possess it? 24, wilt not thou possess that which Chemosh thy God giveth thee to possess? So whomsoever the Lord our God shall drive out from before us, them will we possess. 25, and now art thou anything better than Balak the son of Zippor, king of Moab? Did he ever strive against Israel, or did he ever fight against them? 26, while Israel dwelt in Heshbon and her towns, and in Aroer and her towns, and in all the cities that be along by the coasts of Arnon, 300 years? Why therefore did ye not recover them within that time? 27, wherefore I have not sinned against thee, but thou doest me wrong to war against me. The Lord the judge be judged this day between the children of Israel and the children of Ammon. 28, howbeit the king of the children of Ammon hearkened not unto the words of Jephthah, which he sent him. 29, then the Spirit of the Lord came upon Jephthah, and he passed over Gilead and Manasseh, and passed over Mizpeh of Gilead, and from Mizpeh of Gilead he passed over unto the children of Ammon. 30, and Jephthah vowed a vow unto the Lord, and said, If thou shalt without fail deliver the children of Ammon into mine hands. 31, then it shall be, that whatsoever cometh forth of the doors of my house to meet me, when I return in peace from the children of Ammon, shall surely be the Lord's, and I will offer it up for a burnt offering. 32, so Jephthah passed over unto the children of Ammon to fight against them, and the Lord delivered them into his hands. 33, and he smote them from Aroer, even till thou come to Minnith, even 20 cities, and unto the plain of the vineyards, with a very great slaughter. Thus the children of Ammon were subdued before the children of Israel. 34, and Jephthah came to Mizpeh unto his house, and behold, his daughter came out to meet him with timbrels and with dances, and she was his only child. Beside her he had neither son nor daughter. 35, and it came to pass, when he saw her, that he rent his clothes, and said, Alas, my daughter, thou hast brought me very low, and thou art one of them that trouble me. For I have opened my mouth unto the Lord, and I cannot go back. 36, and she said unto him, My father, if thou hast opened thy mouth unto the Lord, do to me according to that which hath proceeded out of thy mouth. Forasmuch as the Lord hath taken vengeance for thee of thine enemies, even of the children of Ammon. 37, and she said unto her father, Let this thing be done for me. Let me alone 2 months, that I may go up and down upon the mountains, and bewail my virginity, I and my fellows. 38, and he said, Go. And he sent her away for 2 months. And she went with her companions, and bewailed her virginity upon the mountains. 39, and it came to pass at the end of 2 months, that she returned unto her father, who did with her according to his vow which he had vowed. And she knew no man. And it was a custom in Israel, 40, that the daughters of Israel went yearly to lament the daughter of Jephthah, the Gileadite, 4 days in a year. Judges 12, 1, and the men of Ephraim gathered themselves together, and went northward, and said unto Jephthah, Wherefore passt thou over to fight against the children of Ammon, and didst not call us to go with thee? We will burn thine house upon thee with fire. 2, and Jephthah said unto them, I and my people were at great strife with the children of Ammon, and when I called you, ye delivered me not out of their hands. 3, and when I saw that ye delivered me not, I put my life in my hands, and passed over against the children of Ammon, and the Lord delivered them into my hand. Wherefore then are ye come up unto me this day, to fight against me? For then Jephthah gathered together all the men of Gilead, and fought with Ephraim. And the men of Gilead smote Ephraim, because they said, Ye Gileadites are fugitives of Ephraim among the Ephraimites, and among the Manassites. 5, and the Gileadites took the passages of Jordan before the Ephraimites. And it was so, that when those Ephraimites which were escaped said, Let me go over, that the men of Gilead said unto him, Art thou an Ephraimite? If he said, Nay. 6, then said they unto him, Say now Shibboleth. And he said Sibboleth, for he could not frame to pronounce it right. Then they took him, and slew him at the passages of Jordan. And there fell at that time of the Ephraimites 42,000. 7, and Jephthah judged Israel 6 years. Then died Jephthah the Gileadite, and was buried in one of the cities of Gilead. 8, and after him Ibzan of Bethlehem judged Israel. 9, and he had 30 sons and 30 daughters, whom he sent abroad, and took in 30 daughters from abroad for his sons. And he judged Israel 7 years. 10, then died Ibzan, and was buried at Bethlehem. 11, and after him Elon, the Zebulunite, judged Israel, and he judged Israel 10 years. 12, and Elon the Zebulunite died, and was buried in Aijalon in the country of Zebulun. 13, and after him Abdon the son of Hillel, a Pirathonite, judged Israel. 14, and he had 40 sons and 30 nephews, that rode on 60 ass colts, and he judged Israel 8 years. 15, and Abdon the son of Hillel the Pirathonite died, and was buried in Pirathon in the land of Ephraim, in the mount of the Amalekites. Luke 6 verses 1 to 26. 1, and it came to pass on the second Sabbath after the first, that he went through the cornfields, and his disciples plucked the ears of corn, and did eat, rubbing them in their hands. 2, and certain of the Pharisees said unto them, Why do ye that which is not lawful to do on the Sabbath days? 3, and Jesus answering them said, Have ye not read so much as this, what David did, when himself was an hungred, and they which were with him? For how he went into the house of God, and did take and eat the showbread, and gave also to them that were with him, which it is not lawful to eat, but for the priests alone. 5, and he said unto them, that the Son of Man is Lord also of the Sabbath. 6, and it came to pass also on another Sabbath, that he entered into the synagogue and taught. And there was a man whose right hand was withered. 7, and the scribes and Pharisees watched him, whether he would heal on the Sabbath day, that they might find an accusation against him. 8, but he knew their thoughts, and said to the man which had the withered hand, Rise up, and stand forth in the midst. And he arose and stood forth. 9, then said Jesus unto them, I will ask you one thing. Is it lawful on the Sabbath days to do good, or to do evil, to save life, or to destroy it? 10, and looking round about upon them all, he said unto the man, Stretch forth thy hand. And he did so, and his hand was restored whole as the other. 11, and they were filled with madness, and communed one with another what they might do to Jesus. 12, and it came to pass in those days, that he went out into a mountain to pray, and continued all night in prayer to God. 13, and when it was day, he called unto him his disciples, and of them he chose 12, whom also he named apostles. 14, Simon, whom he also named Peter, and Andrew his brother, James and John, Philip and Bartholomew. 15. Matthew and Thomas, James the son of Alphaeus, and Simon called Zelotes. 16. And Judas the brother of James, and Judas Iscariot, which also was the traitor. 17. And he came down with them, and stood in the plain, and the company of his disciples, and a great multitude of people out of all Judea and Jerusalem, and from the sea coast of Tyre and Sidon, which came to hear him, and to be healed of their diseases. 18. And they that were vexed with unclean spirits, and they were healed. 19. And the whole multitude sought to touch him, for there went virtue out of him, and healed them all. 20. And he lifted up his eyes on his disciples, and said, Blessed be ye poor, for yours is the kingdom of God. 21. Blessed are ye that hunger now, for ye shall be filled. Blessed are ye that weep now, for ye shall laugh. 22. Blessed are ye, when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. 23. Rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. 25. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. 26. Woe unto you, when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets. Lessons from the Scriptures. 1. God uses the overlooked. Judges 11 verses 1 to 11. Jephthah, the son of a prostitute, was rejected by his family, but later became Israel's deliverer. Lesson: your past does not disqualify you. God often chooses the unlikely. 1 Corinthians 1 verses 27 to 28. Rejection can lead to divine purpose. Jephthah's exile prepared him for leadership. If you've been cast aside, remember, God has a plan for you. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. 2. Rash promises bring pain. Judges 11 verses 30 to 40. Story: Jephthah made a foolish vow that cost him dearly. Lesson: think before you speak. God doesn't require bargains. Ecclesiastes 5 verses 2 and 6. Grace covers mistakes. Even in Jephthah's error, God still gave victory. Seek wisdom in decisions. Don't let desperation lead to destruction. Proverbs 19 verse 2. 3. Pride destroys, humility unites. Judges 12 verses 1 to 6. Story: the tribe of Ephraim started a civil war out of jealousy. Lesson: pride breeds conflict. Fighting for recognition divides God's people. Unity requires humility. Like the Gileadites, we must discern true allies. Do nothing out of selfish ambition. Philippians 2 verse 3. 4. Jesus values people over rules. Luke 6 verses 1 to 11. Story: Jesus defended his disciples for picking grain and healed on the Sabbath. Lesson: mercy, legalism. God cares more about people than rituals. Hosea 6 verse 6. True obedience comes from love. The Pharisees missed God's heart. Serve others, even if it challenges tradition. Mark 3 verse 4. 5. True happiness is found in God's kingdom. Luke 6 verses 20 to 26. Teaching: Jesus' blessings and woes flip worldly values upside down. Lesson: the poor, hungry, and persecuted are blessed. God's rewards are eternal. Woe to the self-satisfied. Temporary success can blind us to eternity. Store up treasures in heaven. Matthew 6 verse 20. We're sure you are blessed by the Scriptures. Let us know about your major lessons from the Scriptures in the comments section. Till we meet again, Godspeed and blessings.